You've tried the expensive shampoos, you've spent hundreds on serums that promised miracles, yet every morning the pillow tells the truth. More hair gone. But here's what nobody is telling you. The real solution isn't in a bottle at the pharmacy, it's already in your kitchen. After 60, your hair follicles don't just slow down. They shrink, starve, and eventually go silent. A 2023 dermatology report found that nearly 45% of adults over 65 show significant scalp thinning. But here's the shocking part. Most of those follicles aren't actually dead, they're dormant, waiting. And the right oil, applied the right way, can send a direct signal to those sleeping follicles and wake them back up. In this video, you'll discover the top 6 kitchen oils ranked from least effective to most powerful. The number 1 combination on this list is backed by a landmark clinical study showing an 86.9% hair regrowth rate in just 2 months. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. But almost nobody is using it correctly. Before we get into it, hit like and subscribe to join our healthy community, and drop a yes in the comments so we know how many of you are ready for this. Now let me paint you a clear picture of what's actually happening inside your scalp right now. Because once you understand this, everything changes. After 50, blood flow to your hair follicles drops by roughly 40%. Deep at the base of every single hair lives a tiny structure called the dermal papilla. Think of it as the engine that powers your hair growth. It sends signals telling your follicle to produce hair, to thicken, to keep going. But when blood flow collapses, that engine starts starving. Nutrients can't reach the root. Oxygen delivery slows to a crawl. Toxins begin building up around the follicle, like rust around an old pipe. What happens next is called follicle miniaturization. Your once thick, healthy follicles shrink, producing thinner and weaker strands until eventually they go completely silent. At the same time, something called microinflammation develops around those starved follicles. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it's there, quietly suffocating every hair you have left, one follicle at a time. Here's the good news. This process is not permanent, it is reversible. Certain kitchen oils trigger your body to restore dermal papilla activity through clinically studied biochemistry. The specific fatty acids and antioxidants in these oils penetrate deep into the scalp and feed those starving follicle cells directly. Studies suggest nutrient delivery to the follicle can improve by 35 to 55% within just 1 week of consistent use. Now let's get into the rankings. Oil number 6. Olive oil with rosemary and peppermint. This is the combination you see absolutely everywhere. And to be fair, there is real science behind parts of it. A 2024 study published in SkinMed Journal compared rosemary extract directly against minoxidil and matched its performance over 6 months. Peppermint oil genuinely increases local blood flow to the scalp. So why is this ranking last? The problem is the olive oil itself. Olive oil is heavy, thick, and comedogenic, meaning it clogs pores. If you have even slightly oily skin, a history of dandruff, or scalp inflammation, you're not feeding your follicles. You're suffocating them. A 2023 analysis in the International Journal of Trichology found that heavy carrier oils applied to oily scalps increased sebum-related shedding by up to 18%. If you still want to try it, only use it on a genuinely dry and flaky scalp. Never leave it on longer than 45 minutes. Always work your shampoo into dry hair before adding water, then rinse, then shampoo again. Even done perfectly, studies suggest only 8 to 12% improvement in hair density over 6 months. Now let's move to something with considerably more science behind it. Oil number 5. Black seed oil. Black seed oil contains a compound called thymoquinone, a powerful anti-inflammatory that calms scalp irritation and reduces the microinflammation strangling your follicles. A 2024 study confirmed that a topical black seed oil solution produced noticeable hair regrowth over just 90 days. But here's the limitation nobody talks about. Thymoquinone reduces inflammation around the follicle, but it doesn't penetrate deep enough to directly stimulate the dermal papilla. You're calming the environment without actually reactivating the growth engine. One critical mistake most people make. They warm black seed oil in the microwave. Don't do that. Microwaving destroys thymoquinone completely. Instead, place your bottle in a bowl of hot water for a few minutes to warm it gently. Always dilute it in a carrier oil at a 1:5 ratio before applying, and use it consistently 3 times per week for a minimum of 3 months to see meaningful results. Oil number 4. Castor oil with tea tree oil. Almost nobody talks about this combination, and that's a mistake. Castor oil's real secret weapon is a rare fatty acid called ricinoleic acid, which makes up nearly 90% of its composition. Ricinoleic acid activates prostaglandin E2 receptors directly in your scalp, signaling your follicles to stay in the active growth phase longer than they naturally would. A 2003 study found that ricinoleic acid application increased hair density by 32% over just 12 weeks. Now add tea tree oil. Tea tree targets and kills Malassezia yeast, the organism that feeds on sebum buildup and drives dandruff, scalp inflammation, and follicle blockage. Together, this is a two-front attack. One oil forces your follicles to grow, while the other clears every biological obstacle blocking them. Mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of castor oil with 8 to 10 drops of tea tree oil. Massage it firmly into your scalp, focusing on thinning areas, and leave it on for a maximum of 30 minutes. Then wash out thoroughly. Never exceed a 2% tea tree oil concentration, or you risk scalp irritation. And if you're on blood thinners, consult your doctor first, as ricinoleic acid can affect platelet activity through skin absorption. Oil number 3. Grapeseed oil with lemon juice. Grapeseed oil is one of the lightest kitchen oils in existence. Its molecular weight is small enough to penetrate past the outer scalp layer and reach the dermal papilla directly, where most oils simply sit on the surface and go no further. But the real breakthrough happens when you combine it with fresh lemon juice. The citric acid in lemon juice acts as a chelating agent, grabbing onto mineral buildup, calcium deposits, and hard water residue that has been slowly encrusting your follicle openings for years. Think of it like descaling a kettle. All that invisible buildup dissolves, and suddenly grapeseed oil has a completely clear path to flood the root with a compound called proanthocyanidin B2. A 2022 Japanese study found that proanthocyanidin B2 increased hair growth by 38% in just 4 months. Mix 2 tablespoons of cold-pressed grapeseed oil with half a teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. It must be fresh. Preservatives in bottled lemon juice neutralize the chelation effect entirely. Apply to a dry scalp. Leave it on for 20 minutes, then double cleanse. And avoid direct sunlight for at least 1 hour after washing, as lemon juice can mildly lighten dark hair with repeated sun exposure. Oil number 2. Coconut oil with curry leaves and fenugreek. Coconut oil is the highest natural source of lauric acid on the planet. Lauric acid is one of the only fatty acids small enough to physically enter the hair shaft itself, not just coat the outside. It stops existing hair from breaking while nourishing the follicle at the root, but when you infuse coconut oil with curry leaves and fenugreek seeds, you transform it into a follicle reactivation powerhouse. Curry leaves are densely packed with beta-carotene and proteins that directly feed dermal papilla cells. Fenugreek contains a rare compound called diosgenin, which stimulates dormant follicle stem cells back into activity. A 2021 study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that a coconut oil and fenugreek preparation increased new hair growth by 44% over just 8 weeks. Here is the exact recipe. Warm 4 tablespoons of virgin coconut oil on low heat. Add a generous handful of fresh curry leaves and 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds soaked overnight. Heat gently for 5 minutes until the curry leaves darken, then strain and allow it to cool completely. Apply immediately, and do not store it. The active compounds in curry leaves begin degrading within hours of being heated. Massage into your scalp for 3 full minutes and leave on for exactly 30 minutes. Never apply overnight. Overnight oiling causes follicle occlusion, sealing off airflow to the root and encouraging bacterial growth while you sleep. And now, the most powerful combination on this entire list. Oil number 1. Jojoba oil with onion juice. Before you make a face at the word onion, stay with me. This combination is backed by hard science, and the results are unlike anything else on this list. Jojoba oil isn't technically an oil at all. It's a liquid wax. And that distinction matters enormously. Its molecular structure is nearly identical to your scalp's own natural sebum. Your scalp doesn't treat jojoba as a foreign substance. It absorbs it like it belongs there. 0 pore clogging, 0 buildup, 0 inflammation risk for any scalp type. It travels straight to the follicle with remarkable efficiency, delivering everything it carries deep into the root. Now add onion juice, the single richest natural source of quercetin and sulfur compounds found in any kitchen ingredient. Quercetin is a powerful flavonoid that directly inhibits the 5-alpha reductase enzyme, the enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT, the molecule scientifically proven to miniaturize and destroy your hair follicles. With this combination, you're not just feeding your follicles, you're eliminating the very biological mechanism that has been killing them. The clinical evidence is extraordinary. A landmark study published in the Journal of Dermatology found that participants applying onion juice twice daily for just 2 months showed an 86.9% hair regrowth rate. Visible new growth appeared in as little as 2 weeks. Shedding during washing dropped by over 70%. And most remarkably, participants with the longest history of hair loss showed the most dramatic improvement. Meaning even follicles dormant for years responded. Here is exactly how to use it, and this is your gold recipe for today. Grate 1 medium white or red onion and squeeze the juice through a cheesecloth or fine strainer. You need approximately 2 tablespoons of fresh juice. Mix with 1 teaspoon of pure cold-pressed jojoba oil. Apply directly to your scalp every evening, focusing on thinning areas, temples, and your part line. Massage firmly for 3 full minutes. Evening application is critical. Follicles enter their active repair cycle at night, meaning absorption peaks and quercetin penetrates at its deepest level. Use fresh onion juice every single time. Sulfur compounds begin breaking down within hours of juicing, so never prepare it in advance. Purchase cold-pressed 100% pure jojoba oil with no added fragrances or fillers. 1 bottle costs roughly $6 to $9 and lasts over a month. Yes, the smell is strong. Most people stop noticing after a few days. Others tolerate it simply because the results are too dramatic to walk away from. 2 important warnings before you start. First, expect increased shedding during the first 5 to 7 days. Do not panic, this is the purge phase. Old, miniaturized, weak hairs fall out to make room for thicker, healthier new growth. Second, if you have a history of severe sulfite sensitivity or contact dermatitis, perform a patch test behind your ear 24 hours before applying to your full scalp. Gold advice before you go. Here is something most hair videos never tell you. What you put inside your body matters just as much as what you put on your scalp. After 60, 3 nutrients become absolutely critical for follicle health. First, zinc, which your body uses to repair hair tissue and regulate the oil glands around the follicle. Second, iron, because low ferritin levels are one of the leading hidden causes of hair loss in older adults, especially women. And third, omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce scalp inflammation from the inside out and improve blood flow, allowing more nutrients to reach the dermal papilla through improved circulation. A simple habit that costs almost nothing. Add 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed to your morning yogurt or smoothie every day. Flaxseed is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3s and also contains lignans that gently block DHT formation internally, working in perfect synergy with your nightly onion and jojoba treatment. Also, drink at least 8 glasses of water daily. Dehydration thickens scalp sebum, clogs follicle openings, and slows nutrient transport to every single root on your head. And your third weapon is sleep. Deep sleep between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when your body releases the highest levels of human growth hormone, the hormone that directly triggers follicle repair and hair shaft production. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it silences your follicles. Here is what to expect and when. In the first 3 days, scalp itching reduces and that tight, papery tension begins to soften. By the end of week 1, excessive daily shedding noticeably fades. In week 2, tiny new hairs begin to appear along the hairline and temples, visible under bright light. And by month 1, you will notice visible thickening that people around you will start to comment on. Here is your 30-day challenge. Every evening, mix 2 tablespoons of fresh onion juice with 1 teaspoon of pure jojoba oil. Massage it into a completely dry scalp for 3 minutes. Take a photo of your part line today under bright light. Take another in 30 days. Same angle, same light. The difference will speak for itself. Your hair can come back. Start tonight. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more natural health solutions every week. We'll see you in the next one.